Hey guys, welcome to yet another drop pick video for the upcoming Marvel Rivals. I'll be making this into a series, so if you like the content, feel free to stick around for future videos. Now listen, I had no intention of having a theme when I went about picking the characters for my draft pick roster, it just kinda happened that way. I noticed the Eternals weren't mentioned in other creator videos, so I made a video on Thena. I noticed that the Fantastic Four wasn't being mentioned in other creator videos, so I made a video for Susan. Now here I am again, noticing that other creators have not made a video on the Inhumans, so why not? Here's a Black Bolt video, I guess. Blackagar Boltagon, and yes, that is his name, was born to two top geneticists on Adelan, which is basically a moon colony for superpowered people. His embryo was subjected to Terrigen Mist, Terrigen, I'm not sure how you say that, but whatever. Which is basically a vapor that's able to alter the biology of an Inhuman. He was then born with strange powers that surpassed even most Inhumans, thus leading his parents to lock him in a soundproof chamber and an energy channeling suit to allow him to train his powers. At 19, Blackagar is gifted freedom to join society, however he discovers his brother Maximus has betrayed his people by working with the Kree, which leads to the destruction of their parliament, killing their parents in the process, leaving Black Bolt to become the king of his people at the age of 20. Now, I myself have limited knowledge on Inhumans, mostly knowing Black Bolt from some animated series, a few comics here and there, as well as the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness movie. Again, I didn't want to have too many barrier tanks or shield tanks in a game like Rivals, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't want a Zarya counterpart in game, so I looked at Black Bolt and thought, you know what? With his power set, it could be a good interpretation. It could work. Basically, it could work. So without further ado, onto the kit. Black Bolt is a melee to short range tank that utilizes his fists to aid his allies in battle. Black Bolt's main power is the ability to harness ambient particles and electrons. This is how I interpreted that ability to work as a passive in a game like Rivals. Black Bolt's passive is called Particle and Electron Channeling. Black Bolt uses a metallic fork-shaped antenna to store and channel his power into his fists. The way I interpreted this was that he would act very similar to how Zarya's passive works in Overwatch, which is energy. So every single time Black Bolt creates a barrier and that barrier absorbs damage, it empowers his fists, allowing him to do damage in a short range as well as doing damage through shields. Similar to how Ramatra's punches work in his Nemesis form. Black Bolt's first ability is called Master Blow. Similar to Doomfist's punch in Overwatch, Black Bolt charges up a powerful punch that can knock back enemies. If the enemy collides with the wall or a structure, they are stunned for 1 second. This is on a 12-second cooldown. Black Bolt's second ability is called King's Shroud. He channels his energy to create a shield around himself that lasts 3 seconds and able to absorb up to 300 damage before being destroyed. As per his passive, the damage absorbed by his barriers empowers his fists, allowing him to deal damage in short range as well as passing through shields. Black Bolt's third ability is called King's Protection. Functioning very much similar to his second ability, King's Shroud, Black Bolt puts a barrier around an ally with the same properties of the shield of his own, lasting 3 seconds, able to absorb up to 300 damage before being destroyed. The barrier also works with his passive, allowing him to empower his fists with the damage absorbed by the ally's barrier. Black Bolt's fourth ability is called Gravitational Flight. This gives him a burst of flight in any direction for a short period of time. This is on a 6-second cooldown. Black Bolt's ultimate is called Quasi-Sonic Shout. Now I couldn't include Black Bolt without his famous speech destruction. I mean, that's one of the biggest features of the character. Now I already knew that I was going to work the shout into his kit somewhere. I just didn't think it would end up as the ultimate, and even then I didn't think of an idea of what it could do. Initially I thought a knockback, but then Master Blow took that, and then I thought, you know what? Let's just make it do damage. So I thought of the Diva Bomb in Overwatch. It's just a big damage ult, and according to comic lore, as well as other iterations of Black Bolt, even just a whisper is enough to demolish an entire environment or a city. So I thought having him shout would just destroy everything. So it destroys everything from shields to structures and does huge damage to enemy health bars. Now it's a fairly simple kit, but again, I want a Zarya-like character, and Zarya is a fairly simple character. For skins, Black Bolt does have a few costume iterations that NetEase could pull from, but I'd like them to lead more into the fun ideas like maybe a jazz singer, or a pop star, or a rock star. Just make it fun. Anyway guys, that's all I got on my side today. Feel free to subscribe for future videos, leave a comment or hit the like button if you found this interesting, and I'll see you guys on the next one.